Have you ever wondered, what if the very foods you've been avoiding, the ones you've been told are off-limits after 60, are actually exactly what your aging body desperately needs? Sounds crazy, right? But stay with me. We're not talking about sugar-packed snacks or empty carbs. We're talking about real, whole foods, low carb, zero sugar, yet packed with nutrients that fuel your heart, muscles, brain, and yes, even help balance blood sugar naturally. In fact, the third food on this list has helped countless older adults quietly get off blood pressure meds. And barely anyone is talking about it. After 60, something shifts. Foods that used to energize you now leave you feeling drained. Blood sugar starts creeping up. Your legs feel heavier. Your mind a little foggier. But here's the kicker. Many seniors are still eating foods that silently raise inflammation and spike blood sugar, without even realizing it. That's why more and more people in their 60s, 70s, even 80s are turning to low-carb, sugar-free foods. Not to diet, but to stay mobile, to think clearly, to stay out of the hospital. In today's video, I'll walk you through 8 powerful foods that are almost carb-free, contain zero added sugar, yet deliver the exact nutrients your aging body craves. And I won't just name them. I'll break down how each one protects your energy, circulation, and independence as you age. But before we dive in, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to Elderly Health Tips. It keeps us going and helps us bring you more life-changing videos just like this one. Let's start with a leafy green that does far more than just fill your plate. It helps protect your muscles and your memory. Number 1. Leafy greens, spinach, kale, Swiss chard. Leafy greens like spinach, kale, and Swiss chard are some of the most powerful, low-calorie tools we have in supporting healthy aging. And they're almost carb and sugar-free. Let's talk numbers. Just 1 cup of raw spinach contains 56% of your daily vitamin A, 14% of your vitamin C, and nearly 200% of your vitamin K, all for less than 10 calories. That's remarkable. Vitamin A helps regulate immune function. Vitamin C supports collagen and blood vessel health. And vitamin K is crucial for both blood clotting and bone density, 2 things that become more important with every passing decade. A 2021 study in Nutrients found that older adults who ate leafy greens daily had stronger immune markers, better calcium absorption, and a lower risk of cardiovascular events. These benefits weren't just theoretical. They were measurable across a sample of nearly 1,500 seniors. Now, from my own life, I'm 74 this year, and I've made it a habit to sauté a handful of kale or Swiss chard with garlic and olive oil at least 4 times a week. Why? Because a few years ago, I started bruising easily and felt more tired during flu season. After a simple blood test revealed I was low in vitamin K and borderline on vitamin C, I didn't turn to supplements right away. I turned to food. Within 6 weeks of boosting my leafy green intake, those symptoms started fading, and my recovery time from colds and seasonal bugs shortened noticeably. So, what might your body be trying to tell you? Are your gums bleeding when brushing? Do you bruise more easily than before? Do you feel fatigued even when your sleep is decent? These could all be subtle signs of micronutrient deficiencies, especially in vitamins A, C, or K. Let's move on to position number 2. Cruciferous vegetables, broccoli and cauliflower. Cruciferous vegetables like broccoli and cauliflower are among the most overlooked allies in blood sugar management, especially for older adults. First, let's get one thing clear. These vegetables contain no starch and no sugar. They're naturally low in calories and carbs, yet packed with fiber, which plays a major role in stabilizing blood glucose levels after meals. According to a 2018 study published in the Journal of Nutrition, adults over 60 who regularly consumed high-fiber vegetables like broccoli showed lower post-meal blood sugar spikes and improved insulin sensitivity compared to those with low-fiber diets. Broccoli and cauliflower also support digestion and gut health, thanks to their rich content of prebiotic fibers. These fibers help feed beneficial gut bacteria, which in turn support everything from metabolism to mood regulation, a connection that becomes more important with age. So, how can you tell your body might need more of these cruciferous powerhouses? Are you feeling sluggish after meals? Is your blood sugar creeping up year after year, even though your diet seems okay? Do you feel bloated or irregular more often than you used to? These could all be signs that you're low on fiber, or that your body isn't handling glucose efficiently anymore. Now, let me ask you, do you eat broccoli or cauliflower regularly? And if so, how do you prepare them? Position number 3. Fatty fish: salmon, mackerel, sardines. Fatty fish like salmon, mackerel, and sardines are a goldmine for aging bodies, especially because they're carb-free and loaded with anti-inflammatory omega-3s that directly protect both your heart and your brain. Let's look at the science. A major meta-analysis published in Circulation by the American Heart Association found that adults who consume 2 or more servings of fatty fish per week reduce their risk of dying from heart disease by up to 36%. That's not just a number, that's decades of life potentially added. These fish are packed with EPA and DHA, 2 types of omega-3s proven to lower triglycerides, reduce plaque in arteries, and support normal heart rhythm. But the brain benefits are just as powerful. A 2021 study in neurology found that older adults with higher blood levels of omega-3s had better memory, sharper cognitive performance, and even slower brain aging as seen on MRI scans. One of the lead researchers put it best: "It's like nutrition for your neurons." Now let me tell you what happened to me. At 70, I started having occasional brain fog, forgetting where I left my keys or struggling to find the right words in conversation. My daughter, who's a dietitian, encouraged me to start eating wild salmon 3 times a week and to add sardines to my salad once or twice. Within a month, the fog began to lift. I wasn't losing my words anymore, and my resting heart rate even dropped by a few points, small signs that something was working from the inside out. So, how do you know your body might be craving these fats? Are you dealing with joint pain, irregular heartbeat, or mental sluggishness? Do you have a family history of heart disease or dementia? These could be early signs of chronic inflammation or neural decline, and omega-3s are among the best defenses we have. Now let's move on to position number 4. Eggs. When it comes to aging gracefully, eggs are one of the most underrated nutritional powerhouses out there, especially for adults over 60. Let's start with protein. As we age, we naturally begin to lose muscle, a process known as sarcopenia. According to the Journal of Gerontology, Medical Sciences, muscle loss begins as early as age 50 and accelerates after 60, with adults losing up to 1% of muscle mass per year. One large egg contains about 6 grams of high-quality, complete protein, and unlike many other protein sources, eggs are rich in leucine, a key amino acid known to directly stimulate muscle protein synthesis in older adults. A study published in the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition, 2020, followed over 2,900 older adults and found that those who ate at least 1 egg per day had significantly higher muscle mass and better physical performance scores compared to those who rarely ate eggs. But it's not just about muscles. It's about the brain, too. Eggs are one of the richest natural sources of choline, a nutrient that most Americans don't get enough of. Data from the National Health and Nutrition Examination Survey, NHANES, shows that more than 90% of adults over 60 fail to meet the recommended daily intake of choline, which is 425 milligrams per day for women and 550 milligrams per day for men. 2 whole eggs can provide about 250 to 300 milligrams of choline, over 50% of daily needs in one simple breakfast. Why does this matter? Choline is critical for acetylcholine production, a neurotransmitter essential for memory, attention, and cognitive clarity. A 2019 study in the journal Nutrients showed that older adults with higher choline levels performed significantly better on verbal memory and executive function tests. And then there's vitamin B12, another crucial nutrient that becomes harder to absorb with age. According to the Institute of Medicine, 10 to 30% of people over 50 have decreased ability to absorb B12 from food due to reduced stomach acid. Eggs provide a highly bioavailable form of B12 that can help prevent symptoms like fatigue, confusion, and numbness. And let's address the elephant in the room: cholesterol. Yes, eggs contain about 186 milligrams of cholesterol per yolk, but decades of research have overturned the myth that dietary cholesterol directly increases blood cholesterol in most people. A large 2020 meta-analysis published in BMJ evaluated over 1.5 million person-years of data and found no significant association between moderate egg consumption, 1 egg per day, and cardiovascular risk in healthy individuals. In fact, for older adults, moderate egg consumption has been associated with improved HDL, good cholesterol, and more stable lipid profiles overall. So, what should you look for in your own body? If you're feeling tired even after a full night's rest, if you're struggling to stay focused during conversations, if your muscles feel weaker, or you've lost your appetite for protein-heavy meals, these could be subtle signs you're low on choline, B12, or high-quality protein. And eggs are one of the fastest, most affordable ways to turn that around. Position number 5. Nuts and seeds: almonds, walnuts, chia seeds. Nuts and seeds, like almonds, walnuts, and chia seeds, are more than just snacks. For older adults, they're compact nutritional powerhouses that can help fight inflammation, support brain health, and even extend your independence. Let's start with almonds. A study published in the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition found that older adults who regularly consumed almonds had improved insulin sensitivity, better cholesterol profiles, and lower waist circumference, all key markers for metabolic health. Almonds are high in vitamin E, an antioxidant known to protect brain cells from oxidative stress, which becomes increasingly important as we age. Now, walnuts bring something unique to the table: plant-based omega-3 fatty acids, specifically ALA. According to a 2022 review in Nutrients, higher walnut intake was associated with better cognitive performance, including memory and processing speed, in people over 60. The study followed over 3,000 older Americans and found that those who consumed just 1 to 2 servings of walnuts per week had significantly lower rates of cognitive decline compared to non-consumers. Then there's the underrated chia seed. Packed with fiber, plant-based protein, omega-3s, and magnesium, chia seeds help regulate blood sugar and support digestion. 2 issues many seniors struggle with. A study from Harvard School of Public Health highlighted that including just 1 tablespoon of chia seeds daily can significantly improve glycemic control in older adults with type 2 diabetes. Now, if you're wondering whether your body might be calling out for more of these superfoods, ask yourself, Do you feel mentally foggy more often than usual? Do you get hungry quickly between meals? Are your joints stiff or your blood sugar levels inconsistent? These could all be subtle signs of omega-3 deficiency, low magnesium, or unstable blood glucose, and nuts and seeds help address all three. Now we're at position number 6. Avocado. Avocados are one of the most blood sugar-friendly and heart-smart foods you can eat, especially as you get older. They're virtually sugar-free and extremely low in carbohydrates, with just about 2 grams of net carbs per serving. But more importantly, they're packed with monounsaturated fats, the same type of fat found in olive oil, which have been shown to improve cholesterol levels and stabilize blood glucose. A 2020 study published in the Journal of the American Heart Association found that replacing saturated fats with monounsaturated fats, such as those in avocados, reduced LDL, bad, cholesterol by 9 to 10% and significantly improved insulin sensitivity in older adults. Another study from Nutrients in 2022 showed that people who ate avocados regularly had lower fasting insulin levels and better glucose control, even without changing anything else in their diet. So, what might your body be trying to tell you? Do you often feel drained after eating? Have your cholesterol or blood sugar levels crept up in recent checkups? Do you find yourself craving carbs just to feel full? These could be signs that your body needs more healthy fat, the kind that keeps you full, focused, and metabolically stable. And avocado delivers all of that in one creamy package. Now let me ask you, how often do you eat avocados? And how do you usually prepare them? Now comes position number 7, olive oil. Olive oil might just be the simplest superfood you're not using enough of, especially if you're over 60. First off, it contains 0 carbs and no sugar. But it's loaded with the kind of anti-inflammatory fats your aging body needs. The New England Journal of Medicine published a landmark study showing that adults over 65 who consumed extra virgin olive oil daily had a 30% reduced risk of stroke compared to those on a low-fat diet. That's not a small difference. That's life-changing. It's not just your heart that benefits. Another study from the Journal of Alzheimer's Disease found that regular consumption of olive oil was associated with better cognitive performance and even lower accumulation of beta-amyloid plaques, those same plaques tied to Alzheimer's. The reason? Olive oil is rich in oleocanthal, a natural compound that acts like ibuprofen, reducing inflammation without the side effects of medication. Now, speaking from personal experience, at 71, I started noticing that my hands would stiffen up in the morning. I figured it was just age catching up. But after switching from vegetable oil to extra virgin olive oil in my daily cooking and salad dressings, the tightness eased up. And so did that constant brain fog I'd been waking up with. Turns out, it wasn't just stiffness. It was chronic, low-grade inflammation, and olive oil helped calm it down. So how do you know if your body might benefit from more olive oil? Are your joints aching more than they used to? Do you feel foggy in the mornings, or forget small things more often? Are you dealing with borderline high blood pressure, or taking longer to bounce back from mental or physical stress? These could all be signs that your system is battling inflammation, and olive oil is one of the most powerful natural ways to fight it. Position number 8. Cheese. Cheese often gets a bad rap, but for older adults, it can be one of the most nutrient-dense and satisfying foods to include in your daily routine. Let's start with the basics. Cheese is very low in carbohydrates and virtually sugar-free. That makes it ideal for anyone trying to stabilize blood sugar or reduce insulin spikes, especially important after 60, when insulin sensitivity tends to decline. Nutritionally, it's a powerhouse. 1 ounce of cheddar cheese, for example, contains about 200 milligrams of calcium and 7 grams of protein, both crucial for maintaining bone density and muscle mass as we age. According to a study published in the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition, older adults who consumed moderate amounts of dairy, including cheese, had significantly higher bone mineral density and a lower risk of fractures, especially hip fractures, compared to those who avoided dairy altogether. And it's not just the calcium and protein. Cheese also contains vitamin K2, which plays a key role in directing calcium to the bones and away from the arteries. That's especially helpful for seniors who often supplement calcium but may not absorb or use it effectively without K2. So how do you know if your body might be craving what cheese offers? Maybe you feel hungry again an hour after eating. Or you've been told your bone density is decreasing. Or you've noticed muscle loss. Or your energy isn't as steady as it used to be. These could all be signs that your body needs more protein, calcium, or nutrient-dense fats. And cheese provides all three in one convenient bite. Now let me ask you, have you been avoiding cheese because of old myths about fat or cholesterol? So there you have it. 8 low-carb, no-sugar, nutrient-rich foods that help protect your heart, brain, and muscles, and support healthy aging. After 60, food isn't just about staying full, it's about eating smart to stay strong, clear-minded, and independent. The best part? These aren't pills or expensive supplements. They're real, whole foods your body still knows how to use. If you found this helpful, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to Elderly Health Tips so we can keep creating more high-quality content for you. And tell us in the comments, which of these foods do you already eat? Have you noticed any changes in how your body feels? Your story might be exactly what someone else needs to hear next.